This is the Highway of Heroes. This is the place that Canadians come to honor our fallen in battle or in training. And of course, this time we've lost 6 remarkable young people, and they're coming home here on the Highway of Heroes. A big, very emotional repatriation ceremony at CFB Trenton, which included Prime Minister Trudeau, and people wearing masks because in addition to losing these fine people, we lost them during the pandemic. Very emotional for one family who this brings back everything for them, what happened in Afghanistan in 2007.
My son Matthew, he was killed in Afghanistan in 2007.
Just 25 years old.
Yes, just 25. And he was on his second tour in Afghanistan. Yes, and I will never forget when we were going down the Highway of Heroes, how touched that we were, that so many Canadians came out and were on the overpasses or standing along the highway and along with police with their lights flashing on their cars, the firemen standing on their vehicles, ambulance members were even standing on their vehicles. And we were just overwhelmed and so touched by the support that we were being given and that our fellow Canadians were showing their grief and their respect to us and also their affection.
Well, I think that's why we want to build Bravery Park, because we want people to think about our Canadian soldiers every day, not just when we lose our Canadian soldiers or when there's, when they're on active duty in a war zone. That we want people to know that our Canadian soldiers are stationed all over the world every single day on training missions, on active duty, supporting other countries and allies, and they're doing it all for us, for Canada. And I think we need to think about them all the time and the great sacrifices that they're making. The ultimate sacrifice, of course, but even the time and distance away from their own families. So we don't have very much memory from those few days after my brother died, but one of the most prominent memories I have is being on the Highway of Heroes in that car and seeing the hundreds and thousands of people that lined every overpass and the bridges and the on-ramps and the off-ramps, and it was just so powerful. And in one of the worst or the worst time of our lives, we felt so supported and so loved by our country.
There's nothing we can do to bring these fine Canadians back alive. But what we can do is come to the Highway of Heroes and let their families know that they and their sacrifice is appreciated by Canadians. It's not an easy place to come to. It's intimidating, and there's obviously the whole social distancing issue. But Canadians realize they're prepared to take that small risk because of the large risk and sacrifice that the fallen have taken for us. With Stan B. Hall on the Highway of Heroes for the Toronto Sun, I'm Joe Warmington.